name is Mayolum Passi Michel. I am a teacher of English. Well, today we are going to see a new lesson. Now, before starting with our new lesson, we are going to make a revision on what we saw last time. Now, tell me, what did we see last time? What is the title of our last lesson? The title of our last lesson is ecological problems. Now, what do we know about ecological problems? What are ecological problems? Last time, we said that ecological problems are all natural and artificial problems, such as we have deforestation. We have deforestation is one of ecological problems. We have also erosion. Erosion is one of ecological problems. Okay, we have also earthquake. Yes, earthquake. Yes, we have also volcanoes. Yes, we have volcanoes. We have also dust. Yes, dust. Okay, and we have also, yes, there are many ecological problems. There is also floods. Okay, these are ecological problems. These problems are caused by the nature or by people. Okay? Yes. Now, today we are going to talk about these problems in a text. That is why today we are going to read and to comprehend a text on ecological problems. Okay, now here we have text exploitation on ecological problems. We are going to start with section 1, reading comprehension. Text, the title of the text is ensure environmental sustainability. Now we are going to read the text. Yes, I'm going to read the text twice or 4 times for a good understanding. Let's read the text. Dear learners, I think that you are ready. You are listening to me, and I'm going to read the text. Let's read. Text. Ensure environmental sustainability. This is the title of our text. Ensure environmental sustainability. Environmental sustainability means using natural resources widely and protecting the ecosystems on which our survival depends. But sustainability will not be achieved with current pattern of resource consumption and use. Land is becoming degraded at an alarming rate. Plants and animal species are being lost in record numbers. The climate is changing, bringing with it the rate of rising sea levels and worsening droughts and floods. Fisheries and other marine species are being overexploited The rural poor are most immediately affected because their day-to-day subsistence and livelihoods more often depend on the natural resource around them, though the exodus to urban areas has reduced pressure on rural lands. It has increased the number of people living in unsafe and overcrowded urban slums. In both urban and rural areas, billions of people lack safe drinking water and basic sanitation. Overcoming this and other environmental problems will require greater attention to the plight of the poor and an unprecedented level of global cooperation. Action to halt further destruction of the ozone layer shows that progress is possible when the political will is there. Forests cover 1/3 of the Earth's surface and constitute one of the richest ecosystems. They provide for many people's everyday needs, including food, fuel, building material, and clean water. Yet, in the last decade alone, 40,000 square kilometers, an area the size of Venezuela, were converted into farmland, loaded or lost to other uses. Effort to combat deforestation, ongoing sustainability forest management practices are reducing pressure on the land and improving the livelihoods of communities living in and around forests. Still, it is a race against time. Written, yes, this text is from the Millennium Development Goals Report 2005. Now, dear learners, I'm going to read the text for the second time for a good understanding, for a good comprehension. Text: ensure environmental sustainability. Environmental sustainability means using natural resources widely and protected the ecosystem on which our survival depends. But sustainability will not be achieved with the current patterns of resource consumption and use. Land is becoming degraded at an alarming rate. Plants and animal species are being lost in record numbers. The climate is changing, bringing with it the rate of rising sea levels and worsening droughts and floods. Fisheries and other marine species are being overexploited. The rural poor are most immediately affected because their day-to-day subsistence and livelihoods more often depend on the natural resources around them. Though the exodus to urban areas has reduced pressure on rural lands, it has increased the number of people living in unsafe, and overcrowding urban slums. In both urban and rural areas, billions of people lack safe drinking water and basic sanitation. Overcoming these and other environmental problems will require greater attention to the plight of the poor and an unprecedented level of global cooperation. Action to halt further destructions of the ozone layer shows that progress is possible when the political will is there. Forests cover 1/3 of the Earth's surface and constitute one of the richest ecosystems. They provide for many people's everyday needs, including food, fuel, building material, and clean water. Yet, in the last decade alone, 1940,000 square kilometers, an area the size of Venezuela, were converted into farmland, lodged or lost to other uses. Efforts to combat deforestation are ongoing. Sustainable forest management practices are reducing pressures on the land and improving the livelihoods of community living in and around the forest. Still, it is a race against time. Yes, this is my second reading. Now I'm going to read the text. Yes, yes, I'm going to read again the text. Yes, as I said, I'm going to read the text twice or 3 or 4 times for a good understanding. Text: ensure environmental sustainability. As the title of our text. Environmental sustainability means using natural resources widely and protecting the ecosystems on which our survival depends on. Our survival. Okay? Our survival depends on. But sustainability will not be achieved with current patterns of resource consumption and use. Land is becoming degraded at an alarming rate. Plants and animal species, are being lost. in record numbers. The climate is changing, bringing with it the rate of rising sea levels and worsening drought and floods. Fisheries and other marine species are being overexploited. The rural poor are most immediately affected because their day-to-day subsistence and livelihood more often depend on the natural resources around them. Though the exodus to urban area has reduced pressure on rural lands. It has increased the number of people living in unsafe and overcrowded. Unsafe. We have also overcrowded. Yes, let me start, okay, this part. We have, though the exodus to urban areas has reduced pressure on rural lands, it has increased the number of people living in unsafe and overcrowded slums. In both urban and rural areas, billions of people lack safe drinking water and basic sanitation. Overcoming this and other environmental problems will require greater attention to the plight of poor and an unprecedented level of global cooperation. Action to halve further destruction of the ozone layer shows that progress is possible when the political will is there. Forests cover 1/3 of the Earth's surface and constitute one of the richest ecosystems. They provide for many people's everyday needs, including we have food, fuel, building material, and clean water. Yet, in the last decade, alone 40,000 square kilometers, an area the size of Venezuela, were converted into farmland, lodged or lost to overuses. Efforts to combat deforestation are ongoing. Sustainable forest management practices are reducing pressure on the land and improving the livelihoods of communities living in and around forests. Still, it is a race against time. Full stop. From the Millennium Development Goals report 2005. Okay, dear learners, here I've just read the text. I think that you have understood the text as we have read. Now, we are going to answer, to ask questions related. We are going to ask questions related to this text. Yes. Now, firstly, before answering, before dealing with true, before dealing with true, here we have true or false. Yes, I want you to tell me the main idea of the text. I want you to tell me the main idea of the text. Or what is the text about? Yes, what is the text about? What does the text deal with? What does the text talk about? What is the text about? What is the text about? Or what is the main idea of the text? Or what does the text about? Now, dear learners, I think that if you have well understood the text, you will be able to answer these questions. What is the text about? What is the main idea of the text? Yes, I think that it will be very difficult for you because you don't have a text with you. But we are, obliged, to work, like this, like that, I'm sorry. Yes, what is the text about? Yes, what does the text deal with? This text is about ecological problems. The text deals with ecological problem or ensure environmental sustainability as the title of our text. Now let's start with true or false section. This is our activity. Yes, we are going to ask questions. Let me write these sentences on the board. Yes, you can take note the question talking about true or false activity. Yes, we have the first statement is One. Nowadays, our environmental is dangerously written. This is the first statement. The second one is, yes, nowadays our environmental, written, yes. We have also the causality of the nature, resources, the causalities of the nature resources over exploitation are citizens. Free lots of animal species are on the verge of extinction. Ooh. No action. No action is taken to fight ozone layer. Ozone damage. Yes, layer damage. Okay, yes, here we have nowadays our environmental is dangerously written. Yes, written. The causalities of nature resources over exploitations are citizens. Yes. Lots of animal species are on the verge of extinctions. No actions is taken to fight ozone layer damage. Now, dear learners, these are statements. Now, the instructions is to say if these sentences are true or false. Let's start. The first statement says, nowadays, this is the and A, nowadays our environmental is dangerously written. Now, dear learners, now according to you, is this sentence true or false? Yes? Yes, try to, yes, to have an answer or to give an answer. Yes. Nowadays, our environmental is dangerously written. Yes. Yes, if you have well understood the text, yes, this sentence is true. Yes, here we say true. The answer is true. Yes, the answer is true. Now, let's check in the text if the answer is true or if true is the right answer according to our text. We are going to check in the text if this answer written on board, yes, is the right one. Yes, we are going to read. Let's read the text. Environmental sustainability means using natural resources widely and protecting the ecosystem on which our survival depends. But sustainability will not be achieved with current patterns of resource consumption and use. Land is becoming degraded at an alarming rate. Land is becoming degraded at an alarming rate. This sentence can help us justify our answer. Let's keep on. Plants and animal species are being lost in record number. This sentence can also help us, yes, to justify our answer. Yes, we have another sentence that can justify this answer. The climate is changing, bringing with it the rate of rising sea levels and worsening drought and floods. Yes. Now, all these sentences, or in this paragraph, yes, all these sentences, show that, all these sentences show that this answer is the right one. Now, here we say, nowadays our environmental is dangerously written. Yes, the answer is true. Yes. Now, let's move to another statement. The causality of the nature resources over exploitations are citizen. Yes. The causalities of the nature resources over exploitations are citizen. Now, say if this sentence is true or false. According to your what you have understood, as far as our text is concerned, yes. Is this statement true or false? Yes. Is this statement true or false? Yes, according to you, dear learners. Yes, yes. I think that this sentence is false. We can write false. Yes, false, and we are going to check in the text. We are going to check in the text if this sentence is false. We have the causality of the nature resources over exploitations are citizen. Let's read in the text if this statement is true. Is false. We have, let's read the first paragraph. Yes, we have the rural poor are most immediately affected because their day-to-day substance and livelihood more often depends on the natural resources around them. Though the exodus to urban area has reduced pressure on rural lands, it has increased the number of people living in safe and overcrowded urban slums. In both urban and rural areas, billions of people lack safe drinking water and basic sanitation. Yes, overcoming this and other environmental problem will require greater attention to the plight of the poor and an unprecedented level of cooperation. We have also, action to halt further destruction of the ozone layer show that progress is possible when the political will is there. This is the second paragraph. Now let's read the last one, the last paragraph. Forests cover 1/3 of the Earth's surface and constitute one of the richest ecosystems. They provide for many people's everyday needs, including food, fuel, building material, and clean water. Yet, in the last decade alone, 1940, 1,000 square kilometers on an area the size of Venezuela were converted into farmlands, loaded or lost to other uses. Efforts to combat deforestation are growing. Sustainable forest management practices are reducing pressure on the land and improving the livelihoods of community living in and around forests. Still, it is a race against time. Now, dear learners, let's check again or let's see again in the first paragraph. Okay? Yes, I'm obliged to read all these paragraphs so that you understand the text without problems. This is the first paragraph that I'm going to read. Environmental sustainability means using natural resources widely and protective ecosystem on which our survival depends. But sustainability will not be achieved with current pattern of resources consumption and use. Land is becoming degraded at an alarming rate. Plant and animal species are being lost in record number. The climate is changing, breaking with its rates of rise sea level and worsening droughts and floods. Yes, fishing and other marine species are being exploited. Now, if we can see in this paragraph, we have the climate is changing, bringing with it the rate of rising sea level and worsening, droughts and floods. Now, here, we notice that, according to this, the causality of the nature resources over exploited are citizen. Not, according to the text, the causality of the nature resources over exploitation are not citizen, but the nature, okay? We have the climate change and other, Now here, the answer is false. Yes, you can write. Yes. Now, let's move to the third statement. Lots of animal. Lots of. Yes. Synonym of many. Yes, lots, many. Yes, a lot of, many, and a lot of. Yes, lots of animal species are on the verge of extinction. Now, dear learners, here we are going to say if this statement is true or false. After saying true or false, we will check in the text, yes, to justify our answer. We have lots of animal species are on the verge of extinctions. True or false? According to you, true or false? Yes? Yes, I'm waiting for, yes, for your answer. Yes, true or false? Now, according to the text, this statement is true. Yes, we have here true. Dear learner, yes, I am obliged to, yes, to say it again. Yes, true or false is always written in a full letter. Yes, in full letter. If you write like this, true or false, okay, it is not good for you who are dealing with exam. Always in full, always written in full letter. Write true or false in full letters, please. Here we have true. Now, let's check in the text. If this sentence, lots of animal species are on the verge of extinction. If, yes, we are going to check in the text if this sentence is true, yes, as we have written on, yes, yes, on boards. Yes, we are going to check if this answer is the right one. Okay, we have the text. We can, yes, see it in the last paragraph, the third one. Let's read this paragraph. Yes? Forest. Yes, forest. Now, let's start with the second one, the second paragraph, okay, before, yes, reading the last one. The rural poor are most immediately affected because their day-to subsistence and livelihood more often depend on the natural resources around them. Yes? Though the exodus to urban area has reduced pressure on rural lands, it has increased the number of people living in unsafe and overcrowded urban slums. In both urban and rural areas, billions of people lack safe drinking water and basic sanitation. Overcoming this and other environmental problem will require greater attention to the plight of the poor and an unprecedented level of global cooperation. Action to halt further destruction of the ozone layer shows that progress is possible when the political will is there. But I think that in this paragraph, we cannot see the answer, okay, the sentence that justifies our answer. Now, let's keep on. Let's read the last paragraph. Forests cover 1/3 of the Earth's surface and constitute one of the richest ecosystems. They provide for many people's everyday needs, including food, fuel, building material, and clean water. Yet, in the last decade alone, 1940,000 square kilometers area the size of Venezuela were converted into farmland, loaded or lost to overusers. Efforts to combat deforestation are ongoing. Sustainable forest management practice and reduce pressure on the land and improving livelihood of living in and around the forest. It is rest again times. Okay, yes. And here I also, if you have understood the text, there is no answer of the sentence, or there is no sentences, there is no sentence that can justify this, our answer. Now, let's go back to the first paragraph. But I think that the answer, the justification is in the first paragraph. Environmental sustainability means using natural resources widely and protecting the ecosystem on which our survival depends. But sustainability will not be achieved with current pattern of resource consumptions and use. Land is becoming degraded at an alarming rate. Plant and animal species are being lost, in record number. We have plants and animal species are being lost in record numbers. This sentence can justify our answer. Yes, we have lots of animal species are on the verge of extinctions. Now, the right answer here is true. Now, let's take the last your statement. We have no action is taken to find ozone layer damage. Yes, no action is not taken. To find ozone layer. Yes, damage. Now, dear learners, I want you to say if the sentence is true or false, according to our text. Yes, according to our text, this sentence is, false. False. Okay, is false. Now, we are going to check in the text. Yes. Now, dear learners, I'm going to read the second paragraph. Yes, If you can read the second paragraph, we have the last sentence of the second paragraph. We have action to halt further destruction of the ozone layer, show that progress is possible when the political will is there. I read again. Action to halt further destruction of the ozone layer shows that progress is possible when the political will is there. It means that this sentence is false. Now here we have always dear learners. I think that you notice that all my answers are written in full letters. True, false in full letters. Always written in full letters. Yes, and we can take or we can move to question. Yes, I'm going to write questions on boards so that you can take notes. We have B, answers. The following. The following questions. I'm going to write these questions on boards. One, we have what is environmental what is environmental sustainability? This is the first question. The second one is how does the exodus to urban, yes, to urban, yes, the exodus to urban areas affect the population, affects the population. Yes, we have free and forests. Are forests important? Are forests important in every day's life? For this is the last question in this section. What are the problem? What are the problems faced by the environment? In the text. Okay, we have answer the following questions. What is environmental sustainability? How does the exodus to urban areas affect the population? Are forests important in everyday life? What are the problems faced by the environment in the text? Yes, you can write, you can take notes. Now, let's start with the first question. Let's start with the first questions here. Here we have the answer. The answers in plural answers. 1. Yes, we are going to answer these questions. What is environmental sustainability? Yes, in the text we have, in the first paragraph, we have environmental sustainability means using natural resources widely and protected the ecosystem on which our survival depends. This sentence can be is the definitions of environmental sustainability. And I'm going to read it, to write it on boards. We have environmental, yes, sustainability. Sustainability is using natural is using natural, yes, resources widely and protecting the ecosystem. The ecosystem on which yes, on which our survival, yes, our survival, our survival, yes, depends. Yes. And this is the definitions of this, yes, the answer of this question. What is environmental sustainability? Yes, it is in the text. Environmental sustainability is using natural, yes, natural resources widely and protecting the ecosystems on which our survival depends on. It is yes, this sentence is in the text. Yes, in the first paragraph. Environmental sustainability means using natural resources widely and protecting the ecosystem on which our survival depends on. This is the answer of this question. It is the definitions of yes, environmental sustainability. Yes. Now let's answer. Yes, after here, after here you can, yes, you can come here. Yes, we have two. How does the exodus to urban area affect the populations? How does the exodus to urban area affect the populations? Yes. What can be the answer here? Yes, according to what you have yes, understood. Yes, according to our text, what can be, yes, where is, who can give, okay, the answer, yes, yes, of these questions? How does the exodus to urban area affect the populations? Yes, I need the answer, yes, of these questions. Now we can write. This is the answer. The exodus to urban areas in plural affects affect the population. The population, yes, population, affect the population, affect the population in that it increased the number it increased the number of people living in safe and overcrowded. Overcrowded urban slums. Okay, yes, the answer is the exodus to urban areas affects, yes, the population. The population, in that it increases the number of people living in unsafe and overcrowding urban slums. This is the answer of the second question. Now, we are going to check in the text if this answer is yes, correct. Now, let's see the second. Let's read the second paragraph. Let's see the second paragraph to check if this answer is yes, is the right one. Because here we are answering these questions. How does the exodus to urban area affect the populations? Now, let's read the second paragraph. The rural poor are most immediately affected because their day-to-day substance and livelihood more often depends on the natural resources around them. Though the exodus to urban area has reduced pressure on rural lands, it has increased, it has increased the number of people living in unsafe and overcrowding urban slums. This sentence is the answer of these questions. It has increased the number of people living in unsafe and overcrowding urban slums. Yes, this is how the exodus to urban area affects, affects the populations, Yes, we have the answer. The exodus to area affect the population in that it increases, the number, the number of people living in unsafe and overcrowding, crowding urban slums. This is the second, the answer of the second question. Now let's answer the third question. Are forests important in everyday's lives? Yes. According to you, are forests important in everyday's life? It is the question that we are going to answer. Yes, but we cannot give answer without checking our text or if you have not understood the text, you cannot answer. You can't answer these questions. Now, that's why, yes, we are obliged to read the text. Yes, to read all these paragraphs so that you will be able to answer all the questions asked or put. We have our forest important in everyday's life. Yes, according to you, yes, what is the answer here? The answer here is yes. 3, yes. We have yes, they are. Okay, plants are very important in our forests are very important in our lives. According to the text says that forests are very important in our life. Now, we are going to check in the text. Yes? Now, before checking in the text, we are going to justify. Because here we say, we are going to justify, okay? Yes, we are going to justify. Yes, here we have, we can write, yes, the text says that, okay, we have, they provide for many people, so every day's life. They provide many people for every day's needs. Needs, including we have food, we have fuel, okay, we have fuel, we have also building material. Building material, okay, and so on, okay. We have yes, okay, we have food, fuel, building material, and so on. Now, let's check in the text. Yes, we have in our text, yes, we have, yes, we can see it, the answer, we can see the answer in the third, the last paragraph, the third one, the last paragraph. Let's read this paragraph. Forests cover 1/3 of the Earth's surface and constitute one of the richest ecosystems. They provide, okay, they replaces forests. They provide for many people's every needs. We have these needs, we have including food, fuel, building material, and clean water. That's why I said here, and so on. And so on means, yes, there are the rests. Okay? And after, yes, you can write here. Okay, we have the question 4. What are the problems? What are the problems faced by the environment in the text? What are the problems faced by the environment in the text? Okay, we are going to answer this question. Yes. What are the problems faced by the environment in the text? Yes. What can be the answer here? Yes. The answer here is, yes, what can be the answer? The answer is, yes, yes. The answer is the problems faced by, yes, by the environments, by the environments. By the environments, yes, we have by the environment in the text, are dots, we have soil. Okay, after giving the answer, yes, we are going to come back to our text. We are going to check soil. We have soil, degradation. Soil degradation. Soil degradations. Climate change. Les changements climatiques. Climate change. We have also disappearance. Disappearance of plants. We have a disappearance of the plants and animal species. Animal species. We have also droughts. You have also droughts. Floods, over exploitation. Over exploitation of marine. Species. Okay, yes. Now the answer is the question is what are the problems faced by the environments in the text? What are the problems faced by the environment in the text? Yes. The problems faced by the environment in the text are soil. We have soil degradations, climate change, okay, climate change, disappearance of plants and animal species, drought, flood, over exploitations of marine species. Now we can see it, yes, we can check our answer in the text. Yes, we have, yes, we can show, yes, verify it in the text. We have, in the second paragraph, the rural poor are most immediately affected because their day-to-day substance and livelihood more often depend on the natural resources around them. Though the exodus to urban areas has reduced pressure on rural lands, it has increased the number of people living in unsafe and overcrowding urban slums. In both urban and rural areas, billions of people lack safe drinking water and basic sanitation. Overcoming this and other environmental problems will require greater attention to the plight of the poor and unprecedented level of global cooperation. Action to halt further destructions of the ozone layer show that progress is possible when the political will is there. Now let's read again the last paragraph. Forests cover 1/3 of the Earth's surface and constitute one of the richest ecosystems. They provide for many people's everyday needs, including food, fuel, building material, and clean water. Yet, in the last decade alone, 940,000 square kilometers, an area the size of Venezuela, were converted into logging or loss of the overuses. Efforts to combat deforestation are ongoing. Sustainable forest management practices are reducing pressure on the lands and improving the livelihoods of communities living in and around forests. Still, it is a race against time. This is the last paragraph. Now, let's go back to the first paragraph to justify this answer. Environmental sustainability means using natural resources widely and protecting the ecosystem on which our survival depends, but sustainability will not be achieved with current patterns of resource consumption and use. Land is degraded at elements. Plant and animal species are being lost in record number. The climate is changing, bringing yes, with it the rate of rising sea level and worsening. We have droughts and yes, floods. Yes, there are yes drought and flood. Yes, we have the problem faced by the environment. We have drought, yes, drought and floods. Yes, according to our text, and we have also marine species are being overexploited. We have over exploitations of marine species. And the climate change, yes, if we can read in this first paragraph, we have land is becoming degraded. We have soil degradations. And we have also plant and animal species are being lost. We have plants, the disappearance of plants and animal species. And sometimes we have the climate change, okay? Yes, yes, dear learners, this is the answer of the last questions. The question is, I'm going to recall you the question, what are the problems faced by the environment in the text? What are the problems faced by the environments in the text? Dear learners, I think that time is over. Yes, today we can stop here, unless next times we will see the other sections. Okay? Yes, we are going to continue our text or our text exploitations on ecological problems. I think that's the next session. Dear learners, here I am. We are at the end of our lesson, and I think that, or I hope that we will meet again next week. Okay, thank you very much. I'm very glad today, yes, to be with you, yes, as usual. Thank you very much, and I love you very much. Bye.
Chers parents, chers élèves du préscolaire, primaire, collège et lycée, chers apprenants des centres d'alphabétisation et de rescolarisation, ce message vous concerne. L'école à domicile, c'est le nouveau programme du MEPSA. Désormais, apprenez via la télévision, la presse écrite et les réseaux sociaux à partir du site www.menepsa.org et de l'application L'école à domicile. Vous avez également la possibilité de suivre les cours à partir de la page YouTube MEPSA Congo, l'application Télénanga MTN Congo. À la télévision, les cours seront diffusés chaque jour de 8h à 14h et au quotidien dans les dépêches de Brazzaville. Maintenir la flamme de l'éducation dans la famille, un devoir des parents en cette période de crise sanitaire due au Covid-19. Tous derrière le MEPSA pour sauver l'éducation face à la pandémie du Covid-19.